Right, good afternoon, students. Let's see the lesson today, Japan and Brazil. And this one will keep it as day 2, George Mines. As we discussed about the lesson, George Mines talking about his personal experience when he been to Japan, how he come across the people and the culture and food habits, language, what type of lifestyle they have. He been discussing in this lesson, and he says that as we start the lesson, because writing a traveling experience is one of the oldest parts. Because in the diary, many of the invaders or many of the visitors, whoever have visited a country in the past time, in the history, they have written in the form of document, in the form of life records. So that it happens that it happens here. Even George Mines talking about his experience, that how he come across Japan and Brazil when he visited. In the first paragraph, he says, the moment you arrive, the moment you reach Japan, you feel that you are one of the distinguished persons in the world. The kind of a feeling you get that you are one of the well-known person in the world. As we read and discuss, so that you should not be confused. Okay, so he says a quarter half an hour in Japan will convince you that you are among acquisitively well-mannered people. Now, slowly with the help of this lesson, we also learn half an hour when we use. It means just 15 minutes. As we in India, we say timings with the numbers. We say 5:30, 6:30 or 7 o'clock. We use numbers to indicate time. And actually this is incorrect way. The right way of indicating time is half an hour or past 12:15, no, 15 past 2, 20 past 3. This is the best way, this is the best technique. So, half an hour, within the 15 minutes, the moment you reach Japan will convince you that you are among acquisitively well-mannered people. The moment you reach Japan, within 15 minutes, when you look at people, when you look at the surrounding, that surrounding will make you to feel that you are among highly developed people. Acquisitively means highly standard, acquisitive, well cultured, acquisitively. Well cultured we can say. Okay. Quarter here. Quarter meaning is 15 minutes. Just in 15 minutes you come to know. Then we have acquisitively, EXQUI, yes, ITELY, acquisitively means well cultured, well manners, developed people, or also we can say standard of living. Also, we can call standard of living. The intention of George Miles is to convey a message that the moment you reach Japan at the airport, within 15 minutes, quarter half an hour, you convince yourself that you are among well-cultured people, you are well-mannered, you are among developed people, or you are in a standard of living. You are among these people, you are there. Then, people who live on hopelessly overcrowded islands have to respect one another's privacy. Now, what is he talking about? He's talking about people who live in overcrowded island. Overcrowded island. There are many islands in Japan. People live hopelessly, recklessly, carelessly, without bothering. Example, doors, windows are opened without lock. One can go anywhere. They have no hesitation. They don't hesitate for anything because they are the kind of a thief or the kind of missing products from home or any kind of a theft, arrogant, indecent, improper behavior. These things never happens with Japanese. So George Miles says that hopelessly people live wherever they wish. They never bother of anything. So that also we have to understand here. If country like India, if we started living hopelessly, carelessly, then what would happen? In India, we come to know what type of people are there. Yes? And such culture, such system will not work out here, as we know what type of people we are living among, right? So we have to, if they had any privacy, but they don't. It means privacy is important. Privacy. Without privacy, we cannot live a life. Where there is a privacy, it can be of privacy for every man. That is what respect. According to that respect, he expects that something should pay for you. Something should pay for you what people love you, like you, admire you, because of his respect. So this respect is everywhere in each and every country, not only Japan. But yet he says that there is nothing called private. I mean, there is nothing called personal, nothing called private. Because their people don't bother about anything. They have no time. They don't spend time. They have no free time at all. Max to max of time out of 24 hours, they spend 16 hours at work. They spend 16 hours work at work. Why? Highly developed countries are, we say developed countries because of their working nature, because of their hard working nature. Why India is quite difficult to be called as developed? Here corrupt people and they don't want to work as they want to be lazy. They don't want to do the things in time. So it varies. That is what we are in developed, either in developing country, they are in developed countries. There is a difference. Especially government sector is worst in our country. Because a person when he gets a government job, he doesn't want to work. Yes, and this is what the reality. Why does? And when we have the privatization slowly, now already 25 to 30% sector has converted to privatization. Maybe another 5 years if we go, most of the banks will come to privatization. The corporate companies will withhold them and they try to complete the target. They want to get more revenue, generate more revenue, get profit to the government. So as we have one company called MTNL, BSNL, maybe MTNL, and railway, some sections of the railway are completely flight industry. So these are all why they have given to the privatization, because they can work better than government sector. In our country, this is the biggest problem. Where we have a government sector, people start fooling around. People start spending time in lazy, as a lazy. So that's why in Japan, we have people working for 16 hours, 15 hours, so they are developed, highly developed, right? So privacy, nothing called but they don't. So courtesy has a double function. So it says courtesy has a double function. What's a double function? Take respect and give respect. This is what a courtesy is. It's a courtesy, it's a substitute to privacy. Take for example, the little red telephones in the streets, shops, halls and hotels. The instrument is situated on a table or on a counter. They have no space to spare for both. Now, here we are going to discuss about an instrument, and that instrument is red telephone. TELEPHONE. So this instrument we call telephone, and this telephone is hanged everywhere. Now everywhere means where this instrument is hanged. This one is hanged at booth situated on table. This one is hanged at the table, then or at the counter. At the counter, yes, or and at the street. This booth, this telephone is hanged everywhere. Red telephone. It means one can go and one can speak, even with the personal thoughts are there. Your intimate love quarrels in public, yet in perfect privacy. Any passerby could listen in, but nobody does. A man's telephone receiver is casted. So this is one of the important statements. Telephone is a man's casted. Telephone is a man's castle. Now, what are the things you can do over a phone? You can have intimate love quarrels in public, yet perfect privacy. It means you can have fight, you can scold, you can beat, but nobody will listen to your fighting. What we're talking about, nobody will focus on it. So many people, anybody, any passerby, one after another, many people pass around you where you are fighting, but nobody could listen. If they want, they could listen, but they don't want. So that's why it is called as telephone is a perfect, privacy of the human being. In this way, so we have completed the first paragraph, and the page number is 97. Number is 97. Okay, my dear students, right. In this way, we will continue this lesson. Okay, so till then, take care and have a good day.